This is the first question that came up in the Q&A that I posted. Can prayer change God's mind? For us to eventually get to that answer, we first need to understand the fundamental nature of God. God will be unchanging. This is simple, that He has been the same since the beginning of time. He is eternally Himself, always. Perfect in wisdom. There's nothing that God does that is mysterious to Him or that He does not understand. Lacks nothing. This is extremely important, especially in regards to this question, where you believe that negotiation with God indicates that He needs something from you. And then merciful. This is where many people actually get to the point of, oh yes, you can negotiate with God. Now we're going to have to look at the two instances in the Bible where it seems as if God changed His mind. The first one is Moses and Israel. This was in Exodus 32, 9 to 14. This is where the Israelites went and worshipped the golden calf. And this brought about God warranting their destruction. He wanted to annihilate them for essentially turning their back on Him after He had helped them, because that was the prophecy that their God, the Israelites' God, which is the Christian God, would help them out of Egypt and to their freedom. And what did they do? The moment they got out, they decided to gather all their gold, create a golden calf, and worship them. And what happened then? Moses prayed to God, and God relented harming any of them. Moses reminded God of His covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And this resulted in God giving an alternative, the tabernacle. We all know the significance of it, that it is essentially an ancient artifact that represents the history of what happened in Egypt and all of that, as well as understanding that at the time Moses wasn't even allowed to enter into there as punishment for being prideful and allowing his people to go that far off. And we all know, with as such as the tabernacle, that was only a temporary placeholder for the grander scheme God had for the rest of the world. Now, the second instance is Hezekiah's extended life. This was seen in Isaiah 38:15. God said to Isaiah, He allowed a prophet to prophesy to Isaiah that he would die. Mainly, Isaiah was a prideful king. He exalted himself quite often. But the moment he heard that he would die, the first instinct he had was to become humble, weep, and bitterly cry in prayer for God's mercy. You need to understand, God did not decide that, okay, you know what, I'm going to manipulate this person. God literally told them that, A, you would die someday. Obviously, through Hezekiah's pleas with God, God saw that, okay, his heart posture may have changed towards how he views himself and his relationship with God. And what did God do? God added 15 years to his life to show compassion. You understand? The same compassion he showed with Moses and the Israelites, God showed compassion to Hezekiah. And this resulted in the extension of David's lineage, the same lineage that Jesus Christ of Nazareth is actually from. You understand how through God's unchanging ways, He has a set of rules and how He does things, and His wisdom was so perfect that He knew the exact instances that would occur. And because He already lacks nothing, He knew that with His wisdom, all things would fall into place anyways. And through His mercy, He achieved many powerful things. And that essentially sums up the essence of prayer. Can prayer change God's mind? No, you cannot change the mind of a being that's already decided what's going to happen. Your prayer will come. God knows what you're going to pray. God knows what you're going to say. But the difference comes in when you pray, you involve yourself in God's plan. You request an invitation into what God actually has planned. And this negotiation process that you believe is happening is actually your relationship with God in action, unfolding before your eyes. Now, that sums up that one question. More videos will be coming out soon to the questions I received. If you have a question, feel free to please drop it in the comment section. Don't hesitate. Don't think I'll ignore you. Feel free, drop it in the comment section and you will receive your answer. If you like what you saw, please like it, comment it, and share the video and give this page a follow.